Hi, this is Ben with Nate and Madeleine, and we're here to name the possibility that is inspiring us to invite you to be part of the Six Conversations engagement coming up as part of the Now What Global Gathering. And really the essence of it is that having been a part of this Connecticut River Valley Bioregional Collaborative for now a couple of years, with a core team that's small and steadily showing up, we feel like this initiative, which we've shorthanded as CRV for Connecticut River Valley, is ready to blossom, and that these conversations are a way to, I don't know, water the soil perhaps, or fertilize it, add compost through existing relationships and new ones that we might be ready to forge. And we're going to each say just a little more about that blossoming possibility and how it speaks to us.
Hi, I'm Nate, for those who don't know me, and hello, for those who do. I'm here to bring the voice of a peach tree. The peach tree is inviting us too. I'm not sure where my stone came from, but I know at one point I found myself in a stainless steel bucket on Nate's counter in his kitchen and landed in his compost. He didn't know about this. He just put stuff in the compost, but he was consciously building the soil in his yard and listening to the voices of other plants and animals and really letting the garden tell him the shape it wanted to be in. He wasn't assuming this was a weed and pull that out. And over time, because of that type of attention, I was able to sprout about 5 years ago. And Nate noticed me because of this and let me grow along with the broccoli. And, you know, he didn't have any expectations, but he was tending the soil and allowing me to tend the soil in my way. Well, fast forward last year, he had transplanted me to a place where another tree had fallen down in his yard because I'd gotten pretty big. And I blossomed last year, and I gave him 12 big, fat, juicy, amazing peaches. And he didn't know how to trim me or do any of that stuff. He just kind of did it here and there. But his brother's an orchardist, and a couple of weeks ago, they had a Zoom call where his brother Peter showed him what to trim. You know, here's the architecture, and then there's one of my little twigs. His brother had me clip that to 3-4 buds. And he said, now do like that for the rest of the tree. So in this picture of me, which we'll put in later, and you can cut this part out, Ben, you'll see I am blossoming now with the potential for much more fruit. And I invite you all to come together with all this in mind and see what gifts come from the Mother Earth that you touch in your bioregion. Thank you.
And I'm Madeleine, for people that haven't met me, and hello to people I've been working with. I've been so excited to be part of CRV all these several years, and being part of this bioregion is really meaningful to me, being on the land, the beautiful Connecticut River Valley. And I would love to reconvene with some of you in different ways. And every time we do, it's really magical. And I think there's a lot of cool projects that have been bubbling up, and it would be so fun and meaningful to join together with you. And I talk about this group with others, and they're interested too, but most important is that we all reconnect, our core group. And I'll pass it over to you, Ben.
Yeah, these conversations are about connecting in service to a possibility, and so the heart of it is to weave, deepen, strengthen existing relationships, and create new ones. And you told a story before we started recording this, Madeleine, about a farmer that you met who's doing really cool and innovative stuff. And when you told him about the collaborative, he's like, "Oh, I want to be a part of that." And we've heard that over and over. We've seen how what we're gathering around does inspire people, and we were just making a list of all the different things we've got sort of percolating, the little seedlings maybe that we have in the garden so far, the work we began on a set of agreements for our members that's now morphed into beliefs and commitments with the support of Sita Magnuson and the DPIC team. Really juicy. The forest feast that you're planning with Kira, the listening and mapping work that our weaving circle, the three of us, have been energizing, that's going to look at, start with 3 different domains, and the Grow Indian Orchards project in Springfield, the idea of bioregional learning labs like the one that are learning centers like the one Nate is looking to organize, and others, and some way that we might learn, listen to and learn about and support Indigenous-led work happening in the bioregion, all that part of the listening and mapping. There's this idea of a Regenapalooza happening, as kind of a festival we might put on that could maybe integrate with a global summit that the Regenerative Communities Network, that this bioregional node is a part of, is organizing, that I'm also on the team for. There's the beautiful nature therapy work that Madeleine is doing, and another round of that scheduled coming up in May. There's the post-capitalism conversation we initiated back in the fall that might be something we come back to again with the support of Emily Kawano and our bioregion, the founder of the U.S. Solidarity Economy Network. There's the social movement investing study group that we're launching or co-launching in collaboration with a couple of other organizations based on the really brilliant paper that the Center for Economic Democracy just released. So there's all this stuff, and I'm, that's just the stuff we know about. Through these conversations, there's an opportunity for you to bring in, what you want to plant in this garden, or maybe it's a perennial food forest. I don't know, we can pick our metaphors, but the sense is there's so much that can come alive, and that I think we're ready now. It's taken us a long time, but I think not only are we ready, but maybe the field is ready. Maybe the bioregion, maybe the, humanity is ready to step into some of these positive possibilities and really resource them well in a way that's felt like that's been more challenging before. Even though we're all so busy, I think we're yearning for things that really can make a difference, that are grounded, right, and in place and in the soil. So that's part of what we're here to serve by serving all of what is already happening and wants to emerge. Not just from inside of our little group, but from what we can connect to. So I hope you join us.